my children! Last year, we looked at the first volume of a story detailing a more recent take on Clive Barker's masterpiece, Hellraiser. However, this story was far from over. So let's see what happens next, shall we? When we last left Kirsty, she and her merry band of friends had been seeking out other demonic puzzle boxes and toys and destroying them, while Pinhead of the Cenobites found himself utterly bored of his existence as a demon to some and an angel to others. He seeks the salvation of heaven. Not an easy task, but his rebirth requires a replacement for his role, which is where Kirsty comes in. The Cenobites have facilitators, people who get the lament configuration and other trinkets to people. And one such person has kidnapped Kirsty's friends. He has demanded the lament configuration be brought to him, believing the Cenobites will reward him for obtaining Pinhead's enemy. However, once Kirsty arrives, she lays a trap of her own, using mystic seals in an attempt to overpower the demons. Still, her friends have already been killed, so that's a bit of a bummer, compounded by the knowledge that her boyfriend has also been murdered by her foes. But this is where Pinhead strikes his bargain. He promises to Kirsty that her friends can come back to life, but that she must engage in a task for him. To prove his sincerity, Pinhead murders two of his Cenobites, Chatterer and Butterball, and wounds the female, who flees, promising that she would have loved to ascend to flesh with Pinhead out of her own twisted form of love for him. But she cannot stand this betrayal. Kirsty is not satisfied, though. The three souls of her followers for but two Cenobites? It hardly seems fair. But there is, of course, the acolyte of the Cenobites, whom Kirsty is happy to shoot dead for what he has done. Pinhead's offer remains, giving her 24 hours to decide what to do. With that time, she contacts her old friend Tiffany from the second movie. She has been hard at work countering the Cenobites in her own way, murdering anyone who recalls the work of Lemarkand in the hopes of burying him and his legacy forever. Kirsty explains the situation to her and says she intends to take Pinhead's deal, but wants a final thing from her: to destroy the puzzle box after she goes into it, wanting to ensure that all of this ends with her. Her hope is that, united with her friends, perhaps she can do more harm than bad, poison hell with love instead of pain, to bring a new, better perspective that might end the evils of the Cenobites and what they stand for. Tiffany agrees and destroys the box. But of course, it's far from over. Once in hell again, Kirsty must avoid several dangers as she makes her way to Leviathan, including an encounter with the engineer. She is saved by the female, who is patient in her desire for revenge against Pinhead. They both believe he will fail in his quest for salvation. After all, what could he do to earn it after everything he's done? But more importantly, when Pinhead does inevitably fail, the female wants the chance to inflict the tortures on him for his treachery. After all, vengeance is patient. And so Kirsty and Pinhead begin their respective transformations. Kirsty has pins applied to her head, as she must rip out the ones from Pinhead. The best part, though, is the reapplication of flesh to Pinhead's body, making him human once more. Kirsty says that for him, this has all been for naught because of the destruction of the box. But Pinhead says she is incorrect, for devices like the lament configuration served a very specific purpose, although he does not say any more than that. Still, with her friends resurrected as Cenobites, Kirsty has but one final act against Pinhead. She and her Cenobites tear his soul apart. And then he wakes up on Earth, ready to begin his life as Captain Elliot Spencer once again. Volume 2 continues the tale in a big way, my children. A development for both Pinhead and Kirsty that will delight the flesh and cause suffering for others.